Greetings all. Sorry, I think I'm getting a cold. 'Tis the season for sneezing. Wow, that was awful. But anyway, Mega Man's 35th anniversary is right around the corner. In fact, it's this Saturday. And there's rumors going around that there's a slew of games in the works, basically. Nothing's, whether they be in development or whatever, nothing's really confirmed yet, but, hopefully it's true because, Mega Man's been kind of sleeping lately. I mean, we've had some collection titles and stuff, but if these rumors happen to be true, I have a few ideas of what they could or should do via Capcom, I mean. Well, let's start with the whole collection title thing, which, with these, I know, they're repackaging and reselling you old games, but there's two things about this. One, what's old to some is new to others. Like, one of my nephews who's 6 years old, he loves Mega Man. It's just a couple of weeks ago, he was watching me play Mega Man X, and I said to him, when I was your age, this game, when I was your age when this game first came out back in the day, and I've watched him play Mega Man 3 on the NES, and he's really good at it. But the point being, this is, Mega Man is about to be the same age as me, and yet for my nephew, it's still fairly new to him. Same with my other nephews. And the other thing is, when you buy these repackaged games, because me being the optimist that I am, it's basically more money toward the franchise. So, Capcom sees them oh wow, people still care about Mega Man. They're giving us money for Mega Man. Maybe we should make a new one. So, first we'll talk about the collections. Then we'll get into other newer ideas and stuff. So, we've seen collections for Mega Man and Mega Man X, the Zero games, which I never really got into, and recently the Mega Man Battle Network games, which again never really got into. Maybe they could do collections for the Mega Man Legends games, which granted there was only 2 of them, but they could do a dual set thing. Maybe they could do a collection of all their random spin-off games like Mega Man Soccer and Mega Man, was it Command Mission, I believe? Mega Man X Command Mission, the one that was like a JRPG. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. But another one that nobody really talks about is the Mega Man games for the Game Boy, which were relatively different from the NES versions. See, the first one, which was titled Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, or The Revenge of Dr. Wily, something like that. Then the other ones were just named Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, and so on. But the games were somewhat different from the NES title, which I think I already said that. But, the music is very different. I feel like some of the level layouts are kind of different. The Wily battles are different. And the bosses, well, the bosses aren't different, but how can I put it? The way you fight them is different, we'll put it that way. See, the first one, Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, or Revenge of Dr. Wily, whatever, you only fight 4 of the bosses. In this case, it's Cutman, Iceman, Fireman, and Electman. Then you fight 4 bosses from the second NES game, which would be Quickman, Flashman, Heatman, and Bubbleman. Then for Mega Man 2, Game Boy Mega Man 2, you fight the other 4 bosses from the second NES game, which would be Crashman, Metal Man, Woodman, and Airman. This was actually, that was also the first Mega Man Game Boy game I got as a kid, was the second one. But then you fight the 4 bosses from the third Mega Man NES game. In this case, Magnet Man, Needle Man, Hard Man, and Top Man. Then the third Mega Man Game Boy game, well, you get the picture. But then, with the 5th one, they did something entirely different. They made 8 new robot masters. They were named after the planets. Mercury, Venus, no Earth, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. which even though Pluto was kind of like defunct or something years ago, there's all kinds of theories and whatever. But this was the mid '90s. But that's a great Mega Man game. Like very underrated. It's funny. I always wanted to play it when I was a kid, and I didn't get the chance. Then a few years later, quite a few years ago, it was released on the 3DS eShop. Which unfortunately would be shut down like the end of the year or something. But granted, yeah, I could have like played it on emulators and stuff. But like I said earlier, it's like hey, it's money toward the franchise. Especially for one like that that's so underrated. Like nobody ever really talks about it. As for but moving on, let's talk about newer games like Mega Man 12, Mega Man 13. But one thing, because Mega Man 11 was kind of like the first Mega Man game. Well, it was almost like a cross between the first one and the eighth, I believe. Because like 8, it has voice acting and the art style is kind of similar, which is funny because that's another thing. With they do make 12 and 13 and stuff, and it's like, you have one side who wanted to be like the retro 8-bit style, then you have the other side that's like wanted to be more modern, so to speak, and it's like, can't you just be happy that, like, no matter which side they do, no matter which graphic style they do, you're gonna piss off the other side. It's like, can't you just be happy that we're getting more Mega Man games? But, yeah. The point being, getting back to the point, 11, you have the 8, much like the first game, the 8 robots were made by Dr. Light, and basically they were like, reprogrammed by Dr. Wily or something, then it's like, Mega Man kind of snaps them out of it, or he destroys them, and then Dr. Light fixes them, or something like that. So, I remember there was a Mega Man comic book that I read quite a few years ago that it's like, basically, I don't know if it takes place during the second game or whatever, but it's like based on the second game. Mega Man's fighting like, Crash Man, Heat Man, and all of them. And so, the 6 robot masters from the first game, as well as like 2 other ones, like one of them was like a clock and the other one's like an oil guy or something, which in this case they're still controlled by Dr. Light, or maybe he fixed them or whatever, and they come to help Mega Man. Because they're made by Dr. Light, same with Mega Man, they come to help Mega Man fight Wily and his robots. So imagine if they did that with the 12th game, like, the robots from the 11th game come back to help. That would be pretty cool. And then for Mega Man X, honestly, I love both franchises or series, whatever. I always kind of liked Mega Man X a little bit more. Because, I don't know, it's just something about it, like, between, like, the wall jumping and then, like, all the different hidden power-ups and everything, and then the fact that the robot suits, and then just, like, the idea that the robots are all, like, animals, so to speak, because there's still a whole slew of, like, Animal Kingdom, like, we've seen, like, mythical creatures like a dragon and a Pegasus, there's still a lot of things they could do, like, I would personally, one of the a couple of things I would love to see would be like a Roadrunner, or something like Arcanine from Pokemon. It's like these are like some kind of Chinese mythical creature. I know there's a name for them, but I'm kind of drawing a blank on it. But that's kind of what they look like. It's like a lion, cross between a lion and a dog. That would be a cool idea for a Mega Man X boss. There's a lot of others, but whatever. And I know a lot of people want to see Mega Man Legends 3. That's definitely another one like that. I could definitely get behind that. And another thing is, when it comes to the Mega Man and Mega Man X, just like the main ones, something that, if Capcom does go through with this, like, we see Mega Man 12, 13, etc., Mega Man X 9, 10, etc., something from one of my favorite issues of Nintendo Power, number 44, Capcom, you gotta bring this back. Which, granted, this was kind of like more Nintendo Power, but whatever. But there was, Mega Man 5 and 6. The Robot Masters were, or robots, the bosses, whatever. They were ideas like from a contest. So, yeah, I would love to see Capcom do this again. Like, especially because they gotta be kind of. I feel like they're running out. I feel like it's only a matter of time before they run out of ideas, and like when it comes to almost every Mega Man game has to have a fire guy, an ice guy, and an electric guy, and I feel like what happens when they run out of names? Like Ice is one that I feel like they're kind of running low on names. Like one that I think would sound really cool is Glacier. Glacier Man. And another funny thing about this contest from years ago is that some of these names, like Spring Man, Clown Man, Blade Man, some of these names were used in future Mega Man games. Not the exact same boss, but the same name. And it's like, I wonder if any of these people got, like, something for that, but I don't know, probably not. But that's just kind of my thoughts on this whole thing. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll be seeing new Mega Man games? What would you like to see? Or would you like to see new ones? Or maybe some new collections? Maybe both. Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.